Previously.
Part 1, South Sinai and the Red Sea.
Part 2, the temples of Upper Egypt.
And now, finally to the pyramids.
Part 3, Lower Egypt.
We are arriving to Giza, just across the Nile from Cairo. It's the most convenient location for visiting the pyramids, so we are staying here for 2 nights. Thanks to couchsurfing, we met Abdel Rahman, who offered to host us, but before he is taking us around his busy neighborhood for a quick grocery tour.
Wow, Lisa.
Cannot believe it, I still cannot believe it.
And we're living here, right?
Apparently, for 2 nights for free.
Oh my god.
Where's the catch?
Where's the catch? It's incredible. And we prepared some treats for us. By the way, did we mention that he let the whole flat just for us? With this view? That is not your everyday couchsurfing experience. The next morning, we're starting our day early, getting coffee from a street vendor and heading to the pyramids, which are just 30 minutes away by foot.
We made it!
To the last standing wonder of the old world.
It's super impressive and so far not really crowded. We overheard the guide saying that actually there were no slaves building the pyramids. It was like very skilled professionals who built them.
But take that with a grain of salt, it hasn't been checked because we lost the internet.
So yeah, we cannot really verify right now, but what we can say, it's really surprising what kind of small pieces the pyramid is made of.
Yeah, we had in mind like very big blocks, like big chunks, and actually the individual stones are not so big, so there are so many.
Paul, how many pyramids there are in total? Enlighten us.
9, I think, no?
Yeah, I think so.
3 bigs and 6 small.
Paul is a lucky man. That's what I keep saying to him. What's the offer?
200 camels.
Well, what do you think? Is 200 camels for me enough? Or I'm cheap?
Leave comments down below.
Some people consider pyramids overrated, but not us. We really enjoyed our first time to the maximum. We walked a lot around the whole area, which didn't seem like a popular activity among tourists who mostly took camels or buses to move around. So we ended up all alone almost all the time, feeling like we have the whole site just for ourselves.
So we're completely alone, and we really recommend not taking a tour because when you're with a tour they drop you in one point, you take the pictures, then to another one. Whereas the site is huge and you can just freely roam around when you are on your own. So the Sphinx is quite small.
Kiss it! Kiss it better! Close your door!
From the pyramids of Giza, we headed south to another burial site, the Saqqara Necropolis. This is the Djoser pyramid, the oldest one that's still actually that was ever built. It's all the work from Imhotep, a very famous architect, and he came up with this design somehow, like a sort of a staircase to heaven. It was so popular that then all the pharaohs adopted this design, and Imhotep, the architect, he was very loved to the point where he was becoming a half-god, and people remember his name and were making offerings to him for a very long time afterwards.
So this is it, 4,000-year-old pyramid. Taking a metro towards Old Cairo to meet Hani, who is showing us around and introducing us to one of his favorite street food. So our friend took us to the traditional restaurant and we are for the first time trying
Hawawshi.
hawawshi. Say again? Hawawshi. Let's try.
Hani also helped us to get bus tickets to Alexandria for the next morning. After many busy days, Alexandria's quiet Mediterranean vibes gives us an opportunity to slow down.
How much you pay to get here, Paul?
€1.
Actually, we observed that it's pretty common in Egypt to pay a small fee to get access to well-maintained public places, for example a park or a beach. And sometimes, it's literally just to be able to sit at the coffee or restaurant, where again you will be paying for your consumption.
Alexandria is an ancient port city with a unique European spirit found within its streets and architecture. It feels and looks much different than the other Egyptian cities we visited. And we particularly enjoyed the variety of modern cafes and restaurants. It really felt like a small vacation.
Alexandria is famous for its lighthouse and its library, both of which were destroyed long time ago. The new library was finished just 21 years ago, and no visit of Alexandria would be complete without seeing it. The building is an architectural gem, capable of seating 2,000 readers, which makes it the largest of its kind. But it's much more than just a library. It houses also an art gallery, few museums, planetarium, and even a copy of the Internet Archive.
A 3-hour bus drive brings us back to Cairo, where we will stay for our last 3 days in Egypt. In the afternoon, we headed to Khan el-Khalili, a large bazaar full of crafts, clothes, jewelry, and spices. It's so packed and quite exhausting, between the delivery men carrying goods forcing their way and every seller trying to get attention.
We make our way out of the narrow streets and treat ourselves to a traditional koshary from Abou Tarek. We've been told it's a must-try. Koshary is a delicious and cheap, a staple of Egyptian cuisine. It's a mix of pasta, rice, lentils, and tomato sauce.
The new day starts with a typical breakfast in our hostel, from where we walk to Zamalek district, located on a man-made island, Gezira. Here, we discover the Aquarium Grotto garden, an off-the-grid park with a romantic vibe, and some bats hiding in the caves.
Oh, I'm kind of scared. There's so many. Later that day, we are transported back in time thanks to the Egyptian Museum that has an incredible collection of ancient artifacts covering 5,000 years. Among others, we find here all the treasures of Tutankhamun's tomb that we previously visited in the Valley of the Kings.
We couldn't say no to a wine and cheese invitation by a couchsurfing friend, Ahmed.
Why we're with the candles? It's for the romance?
No, so every day in Egypt they have this, or like most places, they have this 1-hour electricity cut where, okay, we're not sure exactly why, but they just cut the electricity. So you're ready with the candles and you know that the elevator is not going to work because it comes every day. And
they're all used to it and they just take it as it is. So here we are on our 1-hour electricity cut and our friend with a nice view, enjoying the wine and the conversation.
Yeah. Our last day is packed. Starting at the Citadel, we discover the Mohamed Ali Mosque.
We just visited the most beautiful mosque ever.
The Mohamed Ali Pasha Mosque, also known as the Citadel Mosque.
Or Alabaster Mosque.
Alabaster Mosque.
Depends who you ask.
It's situated on the Citadel, so on this kind of mount in the middle of Cairo, so you have a great view also on all the surroundings. It was constructed in 1830 and can host 10,000 worshippers.
Which is incredibly huge. For me personally, the most beautiful thing is the chandelier. There are so many glass lights that are creating this huge chandelier. It's amazing, and we actually seen them cleaning it right now. What a huge city!
It's known as the city of 1,000 minarets. And according to Wikipedia, there's 22 million inhabitants.
Then we meet Mohamed and Shaenda that joined us for a visit of the cave church. In order to get there, we need to cross a garbage city. The Christian residents of Garbage City needed a place to worship after a fire destroyed their church. A nearby cave was discovered in 1970s, and by 1990s, a Coptic cave church was built. It is absolutely beautiful and can seat up to 20,000 worshippers.
Maybe you're wondering, what is a garbage city? Well, it's a slum located on the southeast of Cairo. It got its name thanks to its citizens, whose job is to separate garbage.
We finished the day at Geir Andersen House, turned into a museum, which was a nice end to our trip.
Bye-bye, Egypt!
So this is the end of our 3-video series about Egypt. We've spent 23 days in the country in October 2023, and we try to interact with as many locals as possible. Special thanks to everyone who gave us a ride, hosted us in their house, and also who just showed us around.
You're the best, guys! And the journey from Cairo to Cape Town officially started, so stay tuned for more videos from Africa. Bye bye, see you!